Hi, and welcome to Scale Model Basics. I'm Aaron Skinner, and this time we're taking a look at dipping clear parts in Pledge Floor Gloss. What is Pledge Floor Gloss? Well, it's sometimes been called Future in the past. It's also been referred to as Pledge Multi-Surface Finish. As the name implies, it's an SC Johnson product for your floors. But it's not a polish or a cleaner, as it's sometimes been referred to. It's actually a clear acrylic. It was designed to be squirted onto vinyl or linoleum floors, spread around with a mop. It would seal those surfaces and make them easier to keep clean. Now, this is a label that is about a generation old. The label and name has changed a couple of times, but you're looking for a bottle that looks kind of like this. It will be in the cleaning section of your grocery store or hardware store. The thing to avoid is anything that says floor cleaner. Those have solvents or soaps in them that are obviously designed to clean the floor, not seal it as this will do. So why do we want to use it on model clear parts? Well, it does two things. One, it just makes those clear parts shinier. They just pop better, particularly like a canopy on an aircraft or a car windshield. They just look more like natural glass. The other thing it will do, because it's sealing that clear plastic, is that it will protect it from things like fogging from super glue if you happen to be using super glue on your model, and it makes masking easier to remove from those parts. So, dip it in the acrylic before you put the masking on, then put the masking on, and it will just peel away so much easier. To dip clear parts, you're going to need a container large enough to hold the largest of the parts that you're going to be dipping, something to hold the parts, either reverse action tweezers, or I like these alligator clips on sticks because I have a stand that will hold the parts while they dry, some paper towels, and a soft brush to remove excess. That's all you really need. To prepare a part, you need to clip it from the tree. I'm gonna remove these little nubs first, and then you can clip it off. But what you wanna do is leave part of the tree on here to serve as a handle. You can go ahead and clean up any of the nubs from the areas that you've removed attachment points, and then you're ready to go. So then you can take the part and put it into your handle like that. Now we need to put Future into the container. Now, this has a squirt top on it. Don't use this. Instead, take the top all the way off and pour it slowly into the container. You're trying to avoid bubbles. So by going slowly, like you're pouring a beer or a soda, you avoid bubbles building up. And again, you want to put enough in here to be able to submerge the largest part you have. And the good news is that you can pour what you've used back into the container when you're done. Now, take the part and dip it slowly into the fluid. You want to go slowly to avoid, again, bubbles. Just hold it under the surface for a little bit. Make sure it's coating it well. And then you can pull it back out again. Pull it slowly because you want the material to sheet off as you're pulling it out. Again, what you're trying to do is avoid bubbles. And then if you'll angle it a little bit, you want to leave tips coming out last. Then you can run it along a paper towel, the edges along a paper towel, and this will remove the excess buildup along those edges, particularly the downward edges. This stuff will naturally want to flow downhill. And if you find an area, like under these corners back here, that you might have more excess, you can just touch it with the brush. Don't drag it across, just touch it and let it absorb, let the bristles absorb the excess. Once you're satisfied that you have it well coated, go ahead and place it in a stand to dry. So after 48 hours, you'll end up with some clear parts that are very shiny. These are from an Airfix Spitfire that I dipped a week or so ago, And you can see they have a nice shine to them. They're very even looking. And once I mask and paint them, they're going to look really good on the finished model. Now that's all well and good. But what do you do if something goes wrong? You're not satisfied with the way the part looks after it's been sitting for 48 hours. We've got a couple of choices. You can go ahead and redip the part. An extra coat of future won't affect the underlying coat and may help to fix the problem the first time. But if you've got something in that future, a schmutz or something, or it just didn't coat exactly the way you needed to, you've got too much buildup, you can go ahead and take that future off with an ammonia-based cleaner like Windex. Spray a little on, let it sit for a second, and then wipe it away. Just be a little bit cautious about how much of that you use. I wouldn't use straight ammonia because that can affect the plastic, but otherwise you should be able to strip it, then go ahead and redip the part once it's dry and clean. Thanks for watching. I'm Aaron Skinner. We'll see you next time.